It's the 20th of July. We made it 2/3 of the way through. You knew I was going to say that. In a couple days, I have a few people that have birthdays. If I'm not here, I'm saying happy birthday again in advance. And I believe the two people that have birthdays, I know one of them, I have a phone number. So the other one, I do. I think both of them. So if I'm not here, I can still reach out and say happy birthday. I want to show you guys this. And welcome to the Anxious Woman. That's me. I got a mama necklace. Came from Amazon. I picked it out. I've wanted a mama necklace for a while. And I don't usually do gold. But I just wanted, it was $14.99. It's nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. And it'll hold up for a little while, right? But I really wanted a mama necklace. I miss my kids, and my son has made no contact with me for tomorrow is 15 days, which he's never done. So I will be honest and share with you guys that I'm getting nervous. I don't even like to say it out loud, but I'm getting nervous. Now, I don't want to call his number or text and open up a can of worms either, okay? But at the same time, for him to not even text mom is not him at all. Now, I know he had a concussion 5 days before he stopped contact. And he owed me money, not a lot, not a huge amount, but he knew he owed me money. And he was supposed to move in that Thursday, remember? And something always comes up. So I don't know what's going on. The mom in me is a little nervous just because he did prison time. When you do prison time, sometimes you make enemies. So I'm a little nervous. I'm just waiting it out at this point. Because I figure at some point, I'm going to get a text or a phone call or something. Because I figure if he'd be in the hospital and it's really bad, somebody from the hospital would call me because they have my number. At least he says they do. Okay. If he did something wrong and he's back in jail, there would be a jail call, right? Now, there's only one call out, and if I didn't answer, and I don't remember any numbers that sounded like it might be that, and I'm not saying it is, he would write. Now, it would take a couple of weeks for that whole process, right? So, I haven't seen anything in the mail. So I'm just waiting, but a little bit nervous. I'm going to show you, I got my over-the-counter order yesterday. I have Medicare, and I have Medicare Advantage, and you get $105 every quarter. Like, so for each quarter, you can spend $105 for the quarter on healthcare items. So I'll show you what I got. I got 4 Listerines. I pour a little bit into a cup, one for me and one for George at night. And then in the middle of the night, if I get up and go to the bathroom and my mouth is like, from medication, I just take a little swig from my cup and kind of rinse. And I think it's good for your teeth and all that. I got 5 cortisone creams. I didn't have any, and I had to go out and buy some. It was only like $4, but I got 5 of these now. I think I gave one to my son that I had, and I threw one away that I was using on Sky for something. And then I realized I didn't have any, so now I have 5. I got baby wipes. I got 5 of the little 60 in a pack. I like the little ones. They make more sense. I got 1 hand soap. I I have a bunch under the sink, but I'm going to order more because I have another $75 I can use, like this bonus amount they give you every quarter. So I'm going to be ordering more of these because we use a lot of hand soap. And I got a little mini Eucerin for advanced repair for your hands. My hands are real dry, and because I'm getting old and my thin skin is thin. So I'm going to try this, and if it really works, I'll get the bigger bottle. And lastly, I think this is lastly, I got Nizoral for George for shampoo, anti-dandruff shampoo. He said he used this, the prescription brand, and he ran out, and this is the same thing, only just not quite as strong. Oh, and I got one more of the Azo urinary pain relief. I have a bunch of those, but those things never expire. They're not super expensive, but it's like I had a couple dollars left. I grabbed one of those, went to the checkout, done. So now I have $75, and I also have $6 over on the other one. But the thing is, they add the sales tax on, so I'd have to pick something like maybe a couple of toothbrushes, maybe like 3 or 4 toothbrushes, which is fine, or maybe another bottle of soap, and use that $6 on, say, a bottle of soap. What's new? We had lunch, we cleaned up, I brewed a pot of coffee. He's up in the office doing stuff. Yesterday I didn't feel well. I thought I was coming down with a flu. I spent the afternoon on the couch sleeping, which I never do. I slept 3 hours on the couch. 11 o'clock last night, I'm down here fixing tea, sitting on the floor on a pillow, contemplating my entire life. Went back to bed, fell asleep at 2:30, woke up at 7. Him and I had a long talk this morning, which rolled into 1 o'clock this afternoon, which he doesn't talk much, but he did a little bit, so I'm grateful for that. I had to call. Here's what's interesting. I have Wells Fargo, and you have bill pay. And so Wells Fargo decided to take some of my payees, and if they saw that I wasn't doing anything with them for a little while, they decided to hide them. And I can't find them. And I have a couple of credit cards, so I try to like rotate the cards so that I keep them active. And so I have this one card that I haven't used in over a year and a half. And so Wells Fargo decided to hide that card, okay? All the information. So what I needed to do then was I needed to pull some paperwork, and I needed to call the back of the card. I needed to get the mailing address. So in a minute, I'm gonna go upstairs on my computer. I'm gonna add them on as a payee, which I shouldn't have to do because Wells Fargo shouldn't be taking my payees and hiding them. And I was all over my account and I can't find the damn things. So I did get that done. Tomorrow we have a couple phone calls. We have ordinary stuff. Tomorrow is vacuuming and sweeping day. I swear every day seems like it's Monday. Every day it feels like it's Monday. That's how fast the weeks are going. We talked here about, that was the ice maker. We talked about, again, about a storm door. Our basement, this stretch of houses that we live in, we're in a row of 6. And there's multiple communities, HOAs, all owned by the same company, right? And our stretch of 6 is the only stretch that has the above ground decks. And then we have the walkout basements. So we have a door on the basement with multiple locks, but we don't have a storm door. So George would like to get a storm door. He's going to install it, and it has glass and a screen. So glass for the winter, screen for the summer, extra light, extra ventilation for when he's painting, extra insulation for the winter time, all that. Good airflow, the whole 9 yards. so he's going to, I believe he's going to get that from Lowe's, and he's going to install that. I don't know when that's going to happen, but that should happen probably in the next week or so. I have a little bit of touch-up paint that I keep talking about, and I haven't done it. But I'm going to go down and get my blue paint and get my orange paint and do my little tiny touch-ups so that that's done. And I still have some white, like this is primer around all the doors. And like I said before, the trim is a bright white, where this is a dull white. And that needs to be painted. Hang on. Am I done? That's only 2. It's usually 3 with me. Who was with me back in the day when I sneezed like 17 times? Has anybody been with me that long? Okay, I'm going to go 11 minutes. I just wanted to show what I got in the OTC. If you have a Medicare Advantage plan and you have the opportunity to order your OTC products, please order them. You know, get what you can get, what it is that you use on a regular. This I ordered, and this arrived within 6 days from the day I ordered. UPS brought it, free shipping. Incredibly grateful. I'm incredibly grateful. So I'll put all this stuff away, and I have to do my walking because I didn't walk today yet. I didn't walk yesterday because I slept. And we've been getting rain off and on, so I don't need to water the plants. We watered yesterday, and I think that's pretty much about it. I want to say that I'm okay, but I'm not. I want to say that I'm doing okay, but I'm not doing okay. And I know that we do have a choice in how we feel. Now, I believe that. Sky would always say, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. So you can go through pain, but whether or not you suffer from it is up to you. Now that might seem like really harsh, and there's no validity to that, but if you think on it, how long do you want to suffer? And so for me, I do a lot of trying to play catch up with myself, with my life, catch up with me. I almost always feel lost. And it's just George and I here. Again, no one still has not been in this house. His family has not seen the house. My family has not seen the house. My old friend has not seen the house. He has been so busy that he has no time for, well, he doesn't have time for me. He's just that busy. He keeps himself busy. And so I know that we need to do some invites and all that. I'm still trying to get used to being married and living in a whole different area that I just still don't know. I'm getting better, but I still don't know it. And I'd love to do what we all would love to do. You know, go places and travel and see the world. And there are some people that are content just being home, and most of the time I am too. And sometimes I think, when I think about traveling, is it that I'm envious of the other people that was in his life, that they got to travel and I didn't? Am I just envious? And do I really want to travel? Do I really want to go out of my comfort zone and throw myself into another country? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I just feel like I'm just going along for the ride. And I know that some of you understand that. So for right now, I'm going to go. I intend to keep videos going. However, I don't know how often or for how long. I'm finding less and less to talk about, and George is a very private person, and I'd love to have him do a video with me and just talk about life and things and marriage and dating and divorce and like whatever, hobbies, but it's kind of hard to get him to open up. But anyway, I don't know how often I'll be here. There's so much I want to do up on the computer. I have to learn to type. Like I have to, I'm terrible. I can type, but I'm like this, you know, one finger tap. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being my friend. And I'll talk to you soon.